I respect that.
Okay, well, I don't know if I got a definitive answer on this, but okay, the bow video, you were very upset by the bow video.
Just bow.
I guess.
That's your man.
What was the objections again to the bow?
I just don't think that's a form of respect from the girl. Like, I mean, it's
It's actually quite.
like
form
I
of
just
respect.
What if he bows back? What if he bows to you?
I wouldn't like
wouldn't
it.
bow back.
He wouldn't do that.
So it's just the ick.
No.
It's just icky, you know?
I wouldn't do that to my man. It's just like
But you
it's like showing that.
But you
you're
do bow,
working for
actually,
them.
in other ways.
Oh,
So,
well.
like,
Wait, you're what?
it's essentially...
Sorry, I missed
She
that.
just clocked her D.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Actually.
Sing the D.
But she
bowing,
does...
you know.
It's a
She
it's a
bows.
form of a bow.
You get it?
You're...
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, this is a point I actually make because, like, you know, I get the initial knee-jerk reaction to the bow is like, whoa. First off, it's like people culturally don't really do that.
We don't do that in the
United
West.
States.
Yeah.
So there's that component, but it's also just
don't.
like, even if it was like moving, I guess removing the like uncommon cultural component of it,
Yeah.
there's another objection to I'm not willing to do this sort of act of submission to a guy. Like that's icky to me to like it's a ask from the guy's perspective. I'm not going to do that what he wants. Hold on, that fucking
not
word
gonna
salad
do it
there.
'cause you said
I'm not
so.
going to do that thing that he wants me to do. But then I start thinking about it. It's by the way, the bow, it didn't just coalesce out of the ether. People have been, even in white cultures, have been doing bows, although it's like not common anymore. So it's not like I'm culturally appropriating like
There's the
Asian
curtsy.
cultures or whatever.
I like the curtsy.
Would you bow for the perfect man?
No.
Just curious, going around the table, who here?
That's crazy.
I'll come back to the perfect man thing. Who here would bow for a guy? Well, no. Would you bow for a guy?
Yeah, maybe.
She guessed,
It's
I
kind of
guess.
it's not even my culture like that.
Yeah.
But if you're
I mean,
married,
If I'm Japanese, that's a given.
No, you're white. Well, what
But
are
I'm
you?
white. I'm white.
Are you
Italian Spaniard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely not like a bow
No,
culture.
we don't even do that in
but
the Orthodox
if your
Church.
husband watched the whatever podcast and he's like, that Brian guy's onto something.
You're setting a weird template.
He's onto something. Hey, look, we eat. Have you ever eat?
But I understand-
Have you had chopsticks? Have you used chopsticks?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, once in a while. I'm not using it.
Makes
every
sense,
day.
right?
They bow in the Catholic Church.
Oh yeah, we do. A little bit.
Do you watch any anime? Attack on Titan or something?
No, I don't get into anime.
Okay, whatever.
I used to draw anime,
But yes,
not
you would
getting
bow. But okay, would you bow?
into it. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Would you bow for a guy?
I don't think it's part of my culture or lifestyle, but if it really was so important to
He
him,
wants a bow.
we could have a conversation.
Could have a conversation about it.
We could have a conversation.
What's the okay? Let's. We're gonna role play like we're dating.
Well, for you, I feel like it almost feel like.
Excuse me, miss.
Okay.
I wish for you to bow. Let's have the convo.
I feel like it feels like a power thing for you. You've made it clear that you want your woman submissive, and it's not a cultural thing. If it was cultural, I would totally respect it.
Yeah.
But it's not, and for those reasons, I probably wouldn't bow to you.
I see. Okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet and agree that it's 100% a power thing. What would actually be wrong in engaging with it?
Well, I think it's just a matter of preference. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with
preference,
it. It's
okay.
just not my cup of tea, so I won't be drinking it.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Goodbye, we're over.
Okay, Ellie, would you?
I think you know my answer to this.
Okay, she
She's
wants
gonna
to
throw
do the
it up
bow.
in your
Go
mouth
ahead, do a
as
bow.
well.
I'm okay. I've actually reflected on this, and I wish I hadn't done the demo bow. And the first time I was here,
retracting the
I'm
bow.
retroactively taking back my bow.
Rude.
Because my perfect husband isn't here right now, and I would only do it for him. You gotta go like this to take it back.
Maybe, well,
Regress the
technically,
bow.
what if your perfect husband is watching the stream and you would be bowing to him?
Well, by technicality, but he's not here, and so
Maybe
he wouldn't know
he-
it's directed towards him.
Okay, but you would bow
Of
to...
course.
Okay. Would you bow for a guy?
If it was in his culture,
No.
yes.
Whitest dude you've ever seen.
Then no.
Or blackest dude you've ever seen. I don't know.
Then no.
There's not bowing in either
Yeah.
of those.
I've
No,
never
I
seen
guess
black dudes bow like that.
not because it's like what Mars is saying, and like I feel like it's just not my cup of tea.
Okay. What
Like,
about you?
I'm gonna go with maybe.
Well,
Depends.
your fiance.
Oh.
If
Yeah,
you really
he woke
wanted
up in
me
the
to,
morning. He was
he's
like, "Babe, hey, I've just watched the whatever podcast. I've been thinking."
I'm carrying his baby. So I feel like I'm not gonna just break up with him over that. I'd be like, like we could talk about it. I guess it's kind of weird, but then I'd have him do something equally as weird just to even it out for me.
Like what? What would be equally as weird?
You have to kiss my feet. When you
Yeah,
walk
I was
over.
thinking that.
That's not
feels fair.
equally as
That's
weird. That's
equally
way
as-
more weird.
That's
That's way worse.
well,
Kissing
it's
feet.
it's something in return of what I'm giving you, because that's a weird request, especially out of the
suck
blue
my
like
toes.
that. If you started the relationship like that, then that's up to you if you want to leave. But if it starts like in the middle of it, like I don't know what I would do.
But we're like our grandparents doing that, married for decades, I'm sure there's ways that they've showed women of the time have showed subordination without bowing like that in the West. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
It's just
Cooking his meals.
cooking his meals and all sorts of
Taking
things.
care of
but-
his baby.
Other things.
didn't women in like the 1920s used to have like a martini ready at home for their husbands when they
Maybe
got off work?
that sounds about right.
That was
That's
their
Why not?
tribute
Why
to their
is he
husband.
drinking a
when they came
martini?
home.
Yeah.
That is such a feminine drink.
drink. Beer for men only.
No, or like 2 fingers of whiskey neat or whatever. Like
more-
I was just gonna be a
classy.
martini.
I don't know. I just like those little glasses, little
Make me a cosmopolitan.
cosmopolitan.
1 point for martini, please.
Would you bow? Would you bow?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
John, if you're watching this,
Boom.
Oh, she said
Huge.
let's spice things up.
Yeah, is it like a dominance thing?
He made it clear.
I mean, it's a
Like a-
It's
a
not.
respect
It's not.
thing.
It's not a BDSM
Yeah, I
thing.
understand that respect.
But it's
not
I
like a
understand
power
it, but
thing.
It's a respect
Okay.
thing, and I think okay, so it goes back to I remember the 3rd principle: care for each other's. By the way, care for the environment, care for the self, care for others. Even in like Montessori principles, like we were taught to have like the utmost respect for your environment. So like as young as like preschool in like some Asian countries and most Asian countries, they actually have like the kids cleaning the classroom
Yeah,
and
I've
like
seen
taking off their shoes before you come in and like preparing snack and sharing it with friends. Like it's a thing of hospitality, of spirituality. It is a way of showing kind of sort of like this God's love of some sort, And especially to your man, because like if he's taking care of you, if he's protecting you, if he's making sure that he's walking on the side of the sidewalk with the street, he's going to be the first one that's going to take on a home intruder or like an alligator or whatever. Like, so the least
An alligator.
you can do
It's-
is be, I guess, submissive to your guy.
yeah, I like that actually.
But your man, not just some fucking boy.
Well, it's
Right.
like that would be the dynamic. Is she submissive? It's a temperature check. It's something that takes no effort. It takes no skill. Anybody can do it. I suppose you have to be like able-bodied to some degree. Like if you're really disabled, you can't do it. Like you have to be a paraplegic, quadriplegic actually, to not be able to do it. Well, I guess
I guess
well,
that
if
your
you're
legs don't
in
have
a,
to
you
work.
could still bow in a wheelchair, I guess. But if you're quad,
It's
you
just
can't do a
like
bow.
a nod.
In which
yeah.
case, you have way bigger problems than the fucking bow conversation. But
Genuflection to show respect.
I think there's levels to submission though. Like that.
And even in like actual, cultures that partake in bowing, like in Japan, for example, that was something I experienced when I was in Tokyo. Like the further you bow, it's like the
deeper
more
respect.
respect
Yeah.
Yes.
that you give to the person. So it's like, do you want
goodness.
your bitch on her hands and knees? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's
she
your
could be
vibe?
I think, I haven't actually, have I done this? I don't know, maybe some ex or some, who knows. She's a table for me and I eat my food off of her.
Oh, okay, you're into that.
Just kidding. That's, nah, regular tables are better. Women are not that great of tables.
Okay.
I don't know. My husband would disagree.
Is it more sexist? Is it more sexist to say women don't make good tables?
They're
I
not
don't think
sturdy
so.
enough.
I think
Or is it
Women
less
have
sexist?
curves. So I think that it makes sense that they wouldn't have the best foundation for a table.
We're kind of squishy.
Yeah, I mean, we all are.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. Anyways, I guess a couple things on the bow thing. It's totally effortless. It takes no effort. it's an easy thing you can do to show that you respect your man. You're going to be submissive. You might, in your head, you're like, this is not something I normally do, but I like this guy so much that I'm going to do this kind of like eccentric, kind of goofy thing, at least in your perspective initially. I'm going to do this because he asked for it. And I like him, and I want to do things for him, and I want to please him. That's what it's checking for. But I want to kind of do a bit of a reversal here and examine some of the asks that women have of men. Who here wants a guy to open the car door? Show of hands. Show of hands.
I teach my boys that.
You want the guy to open the car door? Should a man
respectful.
open the car door for a woman?
Yes, I
Yes.
believe so.
Should a man open like a door
regular
to
door?
a restaurant?
Yes.
Or, you know, open the door, whatever, for a woman?
Yes.
Should a man observe the sidewalk rule? So walking closer to the street in the case of, I don't know, there's a car blasts some water if it's raining, or there's water in the gutter,
Yes.
or even there's an oncoming danger, and he's closer to the street so he can protect her from the danger of the streets.
I agree.
These mean streets.
So hold on. And then, of course, we've had the conversation. A lot of you think men should pay for first dates. I don't know. Women put a lot of shoulds on men. But when men start saying women should do X, y'all get very...
I think my take on it is
upset.
more cultural. Like, I'm not opposed to the bow as what it is and the respect factor of it, but the culture, I've never grown up doing that, or I've ever done that in my life.
That's
It's
a
just
huge
a cultural
example
thing.
for sure.
That's
The
it.
bowing.
But I understand the sentiment of it.
And I hear where you're coming from, but I feel I've tried to remain consistent and not have double standards. And yeah, I have these expectations of men. I understand that women also fall into gender roles, and I'm not ignoring that. I'm not like, oh, men should do this, this, and that, but I don't have to do anything except for whatever I want as a woman. Like, no, I see where you're coming from. I feel like you're generalizing a little bit, but that probably is the most popular sentiment of what, you know, women who you've conversated with.
Well, I mean, I've conversated with a whole bunch of different women, but I guess, there's so many different directions I can take this convo here. We could go to the perfect. Well, first, I want to say to all of you, like, all those things, the man should open the car door, the man should open the door, observe the sidewalk rule. So you're placing an expectation on a man. The level of physical effort it takes to open the car door or open a door is more than a bow.
Yeah, there's no effort to a bow. I understand that.
There's
part.
no effort to the
Yeah.
bow. So it's, whereas these other tasks, like for example, if I pull up in my car and I'm picking you up on a date, I realize not all women want this or care about this, but you want me to get out of my car, walk all the way around. Like, women have the physical strength and capacity
Yeah.
to open a car door.
I don't expect even all the time them opening.
Yeah, it
It's not
doesn't have
even
to be all
real.
the
It's not
time.
even
Well, let's say,
realistic.
as someone who does enjoy men who open their car doors, I hear where you're coming from, that it's tedious, but it's really not such a high effort thing at the end of it all to
Well,
get out of your car and open the door.
So I agree that it is low effort.
Right.
But it's more, what I'm saying is it's more effort than a bow.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is it's very like super easy for a woman to do this thing, but there's a bunch of, whereas you're asking men to do
Could we
this
do
thing.
something? Could we use another example except for bowing though? Because I feel like that's kind of
That's
niche.
what I was about to ask,
be
actually.
honest.
Okay, how about this? Would you agree that perhaps in a traditional relationship dynamic, there'd be an expectation for the woman to do laundry?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. On the first time a girl comes to my house, she can do my laundry.
The first time.
First time.
You don't feel that's a little
It
fast?
can even be too fast for the laundry.
I feel like
Hold on.
laundry, like, you know, washing your underwear, that's kind of intimate.
Wait, question. Have you ever hooked up with somebody on the first date? Like first time? I'm not judging.
Honestly,
I have.
not on the first date, but I have hooked up with...
Italy,
Can
Greece,
I finish? I've hooked up with... Can I finish? I've hooked
all
up
right,
with
go ahead.
someone at a club before, but it was not a date, and then I brought
right,
them home.
so
it was,
I guess
we knew the intention,
The question there is, have you ever hooked up with somebody the first time you met them?
Yes.
I mean,
You want her to do your laundry, though?
Do you
Aren't
think-
you preoccupied with other things?
Foreplay.
Do you think
It's foreplay.
That's
For
your
women.
foreplay?
Oh, I get so
Do you
turned
think-
on if she goes and does my laundry.
I mean,
That's
okay.
Do you-
I am not opposed to that. I think it's a little intimate, but
The laundry's intimate, but
do.
not fucking.
Hey, I don't know.
That's what's crazy. Okay, this is what's crazy about the no to the bow. Like women will say, no, I don't want to cook for a guy. No, I'm not going to make a sandwich. No, I'm not going to do laundry. No, I'm not going to hit the bow. But within hours, sometimes minutes, not saying you, just some of y'all women will be gobbling a dick within minutes or hours. You'll be sucking a dick, S-ing the D. You'll let a guy come inside of you. But I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy for wanting my laundry done. I'm the sexist. But you will let a man insert his penis into you, dear madame. You will let a man, which, hey, if you want to do it with me, that's okay. But you will allow a man to blast inside of. Some girls want to be blasted on their face. Hold on, let me play a noise for that shit. You want a guy to blast all over you. Blast.
word? Why were you using black?
Yeah. Word. And I'm the bad guy because I want her to cook and do a little bow and.
I
Well,
think
wait.
I would
I
be
think you're
more
the bad guy. I feel like we're
interested-
losing the plot.
No, this is the plot.
Do you think-
The plot is on.
Do you think that opening a car door and a girl doing your laundry is on the same plane? Do you think
As
that
what?
do you think that's both low maintenance?
What if it's not underwear? What if it's just like
Well, no, no,
I
no,
feel
no.
like it is high- I
like
would
your
say that
magic
it's. I
socks.
feel like
I
it is
would
higher
say-
effort than opening a door, though.
Yeah,
will say that.
I would say I'm not saying that you don't like. I'm just saying
It's
that
not
I feel
unreasonable,
like
but it is higher effort.
laundry and
Objectively.
opening the car door, comparing those two things, I would
Oh,
say
sure.
laundry
Yeah, laundry's more
is
effort.
higher maintenance. I don't think that compares to opening a
Sure.
door.
Well, how about this? I'll propose a really simple one. If women have an expectation that men pay on first dates, you have to actually break down the math. So the math would look something like this. A lot of you are on the younger side. So I don't think it would be unreasonable that some of you younger women, 22, 20, 18, 21, you might go on a date with a guy who maybe makes $20 an hour, maybe even less. If you want a guy to pay for the first date, let's say it's reasonable that on the first date, the total check cost is $100. That's not like a super fancy place. That's mid-tier place, drinks, appetizer, main course, dessert, tip. A guy's paying $100 on the first date. Half of that he's paying for you. We're not going to count his half that he's paying for himself. If a guy's going to spend $50 for you, 100 total, but 50 for you, and he makes $20 an hour, you're asking him to work 2.5 hours to take you on the date. And let's say he works a physically demanding job. Let's say he's a laborer. Let's say he's digging ditches. Let's say he's moving.
Burning through the witches.
He's a mover and he moves heavy objects, whatever it is. Makes $20 an hour. You guys are asking a guy to take you on a date. 2.5 hours of work. So think about
Are
that.
you saying that's like a ludicrous claim, though, or like?
What do you mean?
Do you think that that's not an equal exchange? Because if this guy clearly is attracted to you, wants to get to know you better, you don't think that's a fair trade-off? The 2.5 hours of labor for the 2 hours of your time, for example.
Well, that's another power dynamic that happens to exist that benefits women. I typically think when it comes to relationships of any kind, whether it's friendships, dating, or business, the person who's doing the reaching out versus the person who's like receiving the offer has way more leverage, and they have the power and they can set the terms.
Right.
So, but essentially you're saying, well, it's the guy who they're coming to you, they're asking you out. So there's like the expectation that he's going to pay or whatever. Sorry,
Well, it's not even that's what I'm saying. You're just saying, you're making it very clear for us to remember that in this scenario, the guy works a grueling job and he's giving up 2.5 hours of that grueling job to go on this date. But to me, if I say yes to a guy going on a date, I am obviously physically attracted to him. And, you know, I try to be very present and engaging when I go out with people. I like to get to know them. I don't know, maybe some girls, I actually know for a fact, some girls do use guys just to get the free meal or whatever, but that's not what I would, I guess, offer to the date. I would have an engaging conversation, and you know what I mean? It's not like he's getting, I think it's a worth it trade. It's just like my ultimate claim. his 2.5 hours of labor for that date. I feel like that's a fair exchange, no?
But is it a fair exchange? Both of you are putting in the time. Whatever amount of time you spend on the date, like there on the actual date, he also spends said time on the date. So then you're getting into a bit of a transactional territory there.
What about the time it took to get prepared for the date?
That's true. Like,
Yeah.
when
It takes you 2.5 hours to.
yeah.
Some days.
Yes, it does.
Well, look, from my perspective, I know some guys are maybe have a different perspective. I'm not a big fan of makeup, so.
It doesn't always have to necessarily be makeup.
Okay,
either.
fine. You gotta shave your legs. You're gonna do your
Finding the
hair.
fit.
Yeah.
You're gonna do your hair. Does that really take 2.5 hours?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like, if I give a girl, if I go on a first date with a girl and I give her a no makeup pass, I say you don't have to wear makeup on this date. You can do the other shit that you do to get ready. Is that how?
Sometimes
how much-
finding
what
the
y'all
outfit,
really-
doing the
outfit?
hair, taking
okay,
the
I
shower.
give you a outfit pass too. Wear some sweatpants and a hoodie
Then where are we going?
or t-shirt.
Yeah, then where are we going?
But he's just a typical guy.
Right, what are you wearing?
I'm like, this is not.
Okay, so-
that's not.
So to consider, like, the point of dating, like the idea of dating is what? You want to have some time to get to know this person. Why? Just for the hell of it?
No, I would assume if you're going out with, I don't really like go through my DMs and say yes to every guy who asks me on a date. It's more, we had a physical interaction and I enjoyed our conversation. I thought you were cute and I would like to get to know you better. Maybe we have similar hobbies, similar passions.
But then what?
What do you mean? But
Say,
then what?
say like you have similar hobbies, similar passions. You guys are like cut out for one another, and then what? Like, what happens after that?
Well,
Like, the date?
I date. I do date intentionally. I have my fun. I've made that clear. You know, as in Italy, whatever. I have my fun, but when I choose to be in a relationship with someone, it's because I see a future with them, and you know, I could see us. Yeah, I'm thinking way down the line, but yeah, I could maybe see us getting married, maybe having kids if, you know, things keep going according to plan and we continue vibing with each other and we're compatible. So I don't know. Yeah, we would just keep going out. I don't have a particular timeline. I think that it's different in every relationship that you're in.
Do you think that the guy who really wants to be with you gives a shit about your outfit or like?
Well,
your
I'll be
makeup?
honest, like, and you know, lots of people have different opinions on this, but I'm a very look good, feel good, do good type of person. So when I'm done up, like I'm wearing a cute outfit, I have my makeup on, I feel good about myself and I feel like it sets me off on the right tone to take on my day. So it's honestly not even really about them. I do it for me, but at the same time, I'm not going to say, oh, I don't care what they think. Obviously, like I want them to think I look good and whatever, but it's deeper.
So
than that.
just to bring
It's
it
not
back to
just
the bow,
for
though,
them.
because that's where this conversation stemmed from, is the reason I was bringing up, okay, men, if you want a guy to pay for the first date, the entailment of that is he's going to have to work X amount of hours in order to be able to afford the date. That kind of seems like a bigger, well, it's not that it just seems, it is a bigger ask than a woman bowing.
Okay.
So you guys place this much bigger ask, but then you scoff at this idea of doing a completely effortless bow. Like imagine here, let me try to do a role reversal here. Imagine if it was the case, and look, I realize some people go 50-50, but I think generally speaking, even women who are like more, like she claims to be 50-50 or whatever, but like you can still as a woman go into a date and there will still be guys who will pay for your meal. And like, even if, despite your own wants of 50-50.
I have a question.
Just one sec, but I'll get to it. So my question is, if there was a reversal and I, as the guy, said, in order for you to go on a date with me, you need to pay for the date. You need to work, however much time it takes you to earn
Bless you.
$50.
Yeah.
You need to work that much before you go on a date with me.
Yeah, well, I think you're kind of just calling attention to the gender roles that this society has kind of enforced our whole life, which is men being the provider and protector. So
But what do men get? So that leads to kind of the bigger picture here is
they get to go on a date with an attractive girl.
What duties do women have to men? What do men get out of them being traditional? Like, what do we get out of that?
Well, I feel that your question is more focused on long-term relationships because you are focused more on the traditional things such as caretaking and housekeeping that maybe aren't going to happen on your first date unless you invite the girl over to go do your laundry and clean your underwear. Or bowing, for example. I think you're trying to equate these two things that are different because let's say you're kind of hyper focusing on how men have to put this monetary and financial value down to go on a date with a woman, and all a woman has to do is bow. But obviously one of these things is related to money. One of these things is almost related to respect and some sort of power play, because I think some women might not want to bow to you because yes, again, it's just reinforcing this submissive version of themselves. Like they're being submissive to you when they bow to you, and that may not be every woman's cup of tea. I don't know. I feel like they're not necessarily equal. I'm sorry if that wasn't super clear. I'm still figuring my own thoughts out.
Not equal. Like the bow is not worse, but it's
I feel like
more?
you're trying to equate money with the bowing, and the bowing I think is more nuanced than something as simple as 2 hours of labor.
Yeah, I don't think that that's simple necessarily. What it is, in the grand scheme of things, it's simple, but it's far less simple than a woman simply doing a bow.
Right.
It's super easy. It doesn't cost you anything. Anybody
Yeah.
can do it.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. I think that in society, men paying for dates is more common than women bowing to
Yes,
men.
I agree.
So I think for that reason,
Right. So I think you're stuck on
don't
the
know.
cultural
I am. I'm trying to wrap my head around
oddness
it.
of it.
Yeah.
If there was some other thing, though, that is more of a cultural norm,
Right.
but does manifest itself through female submissiveness,
Yeah.
what would that be?
I'm trying to think of an example. Do you ladies have any
How about this?
examples?
Make a sandwich.
How about this? This may not occur on the first date, but
Like making you food, maybe?
yeah, so it's maybe the first time she's coming over to the house ever, whether that's the second date, third date,
Yeah.
further down, whatever it is. And I ask her, well, I'd hope she just took it upon herself to do this. I mean, it could be the laundry. Women should just walk into the laundry room. I'm telling you, ladies, I know you're going to fucking hate this. I know the feminist mind virus has plagued you. The first time you go to a dude's house, don't rush to his bedroom. Rush to his laundry room.
You don't think some men would find that odd?
They
I think
would
I would
find
find it odd, and
they
I
would
am
find
a
it
woman,
odd
so what do I
in the
know?
sen-
But
They would find it odd in the sense that they've never had that experience, and it would be kind of perhaps could be deemed quirky. But how could it? I don't think most men are going to view it as a negative. If you were like, "Oh, hey, oh, nice place. Give me the. Where's your laundry room? Do you have any laundry I
yeah,
can do?"
could I do a load for you really quick?
Yeah, perfect.
Is that a green
Instead of
flag?
taking a load,
That's a
Do
good. That
a
is a green
load
flag. I would
of
say that's a green
laundry.
flag.
Instead of taking a load,
Interesting.
do a load of laundry.
I
Because
think-
look, a lot of girls are willing to take a load.
True.
Not as many women are willing to do
yeah.
a
Put that
load
on a shirt.
of laundry.
Patent that.
Actually,
Patent that.
I
Quick.
think-
Really quick, bro.
I'm
I
mad at that.
think, look, I think, look, you gotta, especially if you're dealing with a guy who has a lot of options, you gotta set yourself apart because pussy, a guy who's attractive like that, that's not gonna make you stand out. Like that, you gotta bring more to the table than just sex.
Yeah.
And so, how are
A
you gonna
big
do
labia won't do it for you. What
Big
if she has like
labia-
the fattest labia you've ever seen, but she's not going to
Guinness-
do your laundry?
that? Guinness World, it has to be.
Guinness
she would
World
have to have-
Record breaking, like the fucking
Sure.
TMZ won't leave her alone.
Sure. Okay. If she has a Guinness World Record labia, the bow won't be a deal breaker in that circumstance.
Okay.
Anyways, back to my point. I think if I'm telling you, I'm giving you game, you don't want to hear it because
I'm listening.
No, not you necessarily.
Okay,
You seem
the world.
You seem pretty open-minded. I don't know
Thank
if
you.
you're going to agree at the
trying
end
to
of the
be.
day, and that's fine. But you've been a good sport with everything. But I'm telling you, these small little things that take a little effort. I know you're going to feel kind of cringe doing it, but it will make the guy like you more. And some people are going to say, oh, you don't want to be a pick-me. I'm telling you, you do these small little gestures that don't really take much work, don't take much effort. And the guy is going to be like, if your goal is to get if you just want to fuck the guy, then whatever, who cares? Is that what you really want, though?
Yes.
If you want the guy doing these small little things will set you apart. And look, there's certain things I think to myself, like for the perfect woman, or like a really amazing woman, there are certain things I'm willing to compromise on.
Like
Right.
what?
Shit. I mean, I'm not going to go into that, but there's certain things. Anyways, good talk.
So
Why are you being
final
so
note.
sneaky?
You can't leave
Yeah,
us hanging
so-
like
All
that.
right. Oh my
Come
God.
on.
No,
I
I'm not
need
gonna
at
go into
least
it. I'm not gonna-
one little
I'm not going
bit
to go
of
into
tea.
it, but okay, well, here, I'll give the example. This is even crazier from the guy's perspective. I would, for the perfect woman, I would do a bow. And that's a big L from a dude
Oh,
to
interesting.
do a bow to a woman.
Yeah, I did not expect.
But like for the perfect woman,
yeah.
I'll even, fuck it, why not? But in my head, I'm like, okay, the perfect woman is like a trillionaire and like...
Trillionaire?
Trillionaire. Like
Oh.
physically,
Oh.
everything about her is my type. Personality, everything about her is my type.
Yeah.
I'm never going to ever encounter this in real life.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, I'll do a fucking bow once a day. Why not?
What about your
I'll do
future
it.
wife?
Future
Would you
wife?
want your potential prospect to be looking up your house on Zillow before meeting you?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
fuck?
like finding the
Where's-
layout of your home so she can get to the laundry room.
Oh,
quicker.
right.
That's
yeah,
so
you mentioned
funny.
that last
That's
time.
insane.
You mentioned that last time. Sure. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Check. Yeah.
Write that down, you guys.
Yeah. Right.
If
That.
anyone's plotting, you can
But
start
you know,
there.
I think here maybe so do the laundry, clean, cook. No, you don't like any of this. You don't like these ideas.
I feel like if I'm going on a first date, I feel like if I'm going on a first date or anything, like, what is the guy expecting of me after that date? Because I have a friend that goes on a lot of dates, and every time he pays, he gets upset if the girl doesn't give out.
Oh well, I mean, I don't think that.
So I think in
Yeah, I
our
think that's a
generation, a
bad-
lot of guys only want to go on a date if the girl is going to put out at the end of that date. So then there a lot of girls that won't go on the dates in general because they don't want to put out.
Yeah, I mean, I think
They
that's
just
a
want to get
bad-
to know with the person.
Yeah, I think that's like a shitty dynamic for a guy to be like, if I do this, then you should. Like
So
the guy.
what is
I think it's.
what is your intention going on that date and spending money on that date?
I just want to clarify one thing on that, though. I don't think it's like. I'm kind of. Well, how do I want to frame this? I think it's okay for the man to want to hook up with you, but if he expects it because he paid for the date and like that manifests itself in behavior
Well, I have
and
a-
he's like trying to guilt trip you and like
Yeah.
he gets all butthurt that you didn't hook up with him,
I have a lot of guy
then
friends
that's wrong.
that complain
Yeah, that's-
after, and they're like, "I went
I
on
can
this
guarantee you
date."
every
That's
woman in this
wrong.
panel has
Yeah.
had that happen to them.
Don't think it's wrong
Guarantee.
for the man to have the desire, but
Yeah.
if he has the expectation
We're human.
and he gets bent out of shape if you don't,
Yeah.
that's goofy shit.
It's a shitty
That's
man.
goofy shit.
That's a boy.
and it's gonna
not a
it's
man.
gonna lose you the girl. So yeah, I don't know. Don't do that. I mean, that's the only thing I can
But
say.
how
to
do you
men.
know
Don't-
when
that, guys.
a guy is going to be that type of guy?
Well, I suppose you.
On the date.
Won't.
I feel like you got to find out.
kinda won't.
Unfortunately,
I mean, there's probably some tells, some indicators. But okay, final thing on the bow, then we have to move it on to a new topic. Will you bow for the perfect guy?
No.
No. I forgot who said no, who said yes.
I said I'd have a conversation,
You'd
but
have the combo?
I'm likely to lean no.
But you said you want the guy to pay for the first date, right?
I do, and
What if the guy says, "Listen, open to paying for the first date, but I want to have a conversation with you about it first. How would you feel about that?
I think it's because paying for the first date as a man is more accepted in the social norm, whereas bowing isn't. That's where I'm hesitant to the bowing. So I think that's like some bullshit. You should pay for the first date.
So my perspective on the bow, I personally think, I think it is a sign of respect, but I think it's also kind of a playful thing.
Okay.
Like if she's kind of giggling while she's doing it. Yeah.
You don't want her to be like locked the hell in and like, you know, really.
Oh, I mean, that's good too. That's
good too.
What
do
do
you
too.
prefer though? Really think about it. What do you want?
I want her to do the bow.
Okay.
If she giggles while she does it, I'm not bent out of shape over it.
Okay. I didn't know how serious this was. Because it is a serious thing.
No, I don't think my approach to it is it could, like if she wants to take it seriously, I don't want her to do it in a mocking way. Like I'm doing this begrudgingly.
Right.
But
you
if
want her
she's
to have
doing
fun
it,
with it, maybe?
Right.
Okay.
She can if she wants to, or if she wants to take it more seriously, like then that's good too.
Heard.
Perfect guy. Would you bow for the perfect guy? Perfect guy is he exact looks, all your looks requirements, all your personality requirements, loyal, will never cheat, billionaire. That's the perfect guy. Won't bow for the perfect guy.
It's like if I couldn't have him unless I bowed, then okay, I'd bow.
Yes, that is the.
Then
you must
I'd bow. Everyone would bow. You're lying if you said you wouldn't bow, or you hate your life. It's one of the two. I would bow.
Would you bow for the sex worker dude who you're giving blowies to?
Are you saying that's her dream guy?
No,
that's her dream.
I don't think so. I mean, you wouldn't do it. Wait, I have a question for you. If a company, you do modeling, right? Or you said you do modeling?
For certain brands, yeah.
Okay. What if I don't know, what's a fucking, hold on, guys, I know, sorry, I'm going to get to the TTSs in just a sec. I see a couple TTSs coming through. I know you guys are probably waiting for them. I apologize for the delay. I'm going to get them in just a sec. I don't know, some big modeling company or some maybe fuck it.
American
Walmart goes full retard, and they want to hire you to work at Walmart 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, but they're going to pay you $10 million a year to do it. All you have to do is just do a little bow to all the guests that walk through. That's it. You're a greeter. That gets paid $10 million a year. No offense to you, no offense to anybody at this table, probably even myself. Well, yeah, even myself. We'll see. Probably nobody here is going to be making $10 million a year. No offense, anybody. Probably not going to happen.
Okay.
I mean, some of you might say, speak for yourself. Anyways, would you take that job?
How long am I doing that job for?
Oh, I mean, it could be as maybe you're like, you know what, I can live off of 10 mil, so I'll do it for a year.
Yeah. Because it's a greeter. It's their way of greeting.
But
it's
so
not
here's where I'm
a
confused
form of
now.
like submitting to your partner. Like if you said,
You're submitting
giving
to your employer instead.
I think that's more of just the way they're asking me to greet their guests. And every employer has different ways of greeting guests. Like I've worked at an amusement park and had weird asks for me to like greet the guests. I've worked at
Have you ever
in retail
been
where
like a character in like a what are the suits called? A mascot suit?
No, I'm not short enough.
Okay. What kind of jobs have you had? Like, have you ever worked retail? Have you worked at a restaurant?
I worked in retail for the past 2 years. I was a personal stylist.
Right.
I worked at an amusement park in 3 different jobs.
What was the amusement park job?
I did ride photo. I did front gate photography. I did food service.
Food service. And in the food service job, did that ever involve cleaning?
Yeah.
And did it ever involve like taking orders from customers? You know, like,
of course.
Okay, what can I get you? Hey, how's your day going?
Yeah.
Can I get you some more water?
Yeah.
I'm not mocking your voice. That's just my girl voice.
No, I get it.
And then you had a boss who would say, show up at this time.
Yeah.
You had a boss that said, go over there, do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes were they mean to you? Have you ever had a bad boss?
Not mean in that way,
Okay.
no.
But you've had a boss who gave you
Direction,
orders,
yeah.
basically. Okay. How much did you get paid for that job?
At the
$20.
amusement park,
Yeah.
$5 an hour. It was in
is that
Pennsylvania.
Is it Hershey Park?
Whoa.
$5 an hour?
Yes.
Was that like 15 years ago? A while ago?
Shit.
No,
That's still their minimum wage.
it's $7.25 is the minimum wage in Pennsylvania
Pennsylvania's
currently.
fucked.
How'd you get paid
yeah.
$5? Did you make
Because
tip?
I was under 16.
Oh, so they exploited you.
But so just back to this though.
Been there.
So it's interesting to me though.
Tough.
So I gave you the opportunity to do a bow once a day for your perfect man. And this perfect man could be a billionaire to the point where you're set up for life if you're with him. And I assume you'd want to stay with him for life because he's the perfect guy, right?
My perfect guy wouldn't make me do that.
Well, it's perfect but this, right?
Yeah.
So like perfect but I don't know. It could be anything. Like they're perfect, but I prefer brunettes, but they have blonde hair. Like everything else about them is perfect, but X thing. So it's interesting to me. You'll do like this. You worked for $5 an hour,
Yeah.
and you were submissive to your employer for $5 an hour. But you could be with a guy who asks one thing of you, just this one thing, that's way easier than all the things you had to do at that job, but you won't do it.
Because it's
Why?
the meaning behind that one thing. It kind of devalues me
agree.
as
you
a
think
person.
you think being a wage
I
slave
agree.
for a giga corporation is not? You don't think that is worse? I don't know.
I mean, when I was 15 years old, and that's the only place I can get a job because I'm literally 15 years old.
well, yeah, I'm not.
Why would I not take a job I can have?
That's not really in dispute here. What's in dispute is now you're 25,
and I
I'm-
don't do those jobs anymore.
Sure, but I'm presenting to you a hypothetical.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not sure even the jobs you currently take, there's somebody who's directing you, somebody who's telling you to do X, Y, Z. Is that fair?
In the current job I have, no. I work for myself.
What do you do for work?
Social media, content creation,
You have
and brand
clients?
marketing.
You have
Yes.
clients? Okay, your
but I'm
clients say
telling them
do-
what to do.
Okay, so you're consulting or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, you have had experience though,
Yes.
working some shitty
Yeah.
job. I get that you don't do it now. You did do those jobs. You would in the future do a job where somebody was giving you orders to do something if it paid like $10 million a year, as a crazy example, working at Walmart, literally doing the thing that you won't do for your perfect guy.
Because the value is different. Like getting paid to do something is different than my partner asking me to submit to him. Like if he's asking me for a kiss on the cheek every day, like greeting him when he gets home from work, okay, that's different than a bow.
It's just it's emblematic of the unwillingness for women to do an even harmless, benign ask because of the determination that it's
'Cause
submissive.
I think it's devaluing me as a human. It's like, okay, usually if like somebody's going to bow to you, it's like they're your
Perfect.
servant.
This brings us to our next point.
I'm not their servant.
Would you want a guy to be willing? You want a guy to protect you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it devalues men that women want men to die for them. So how does this work out? Even the sidewalk rule, observing the sidewalk rule, women want men to walk closer to the street. So the entailment of that is if a car comes like barreling down the road and I don't know, goes whatever, they're drunk or fucking tire blows, whatever, he's more likely to take the blow from the car and die or be injured than the woman. That's kind of where this stems from. That's the originate. Well, not totally the origination. It goes further back, like streets were dirty, so I don't know, whatever. Fucking
I think
horses and shit. Oh, what?
I was gonna say I think the difference between that and the situation is that men want to do that. I've talked to a lot of men that want to die for
it's
their family.
I love it.
Yes.
Men
No, yeah,
want to do.
No.
Men want.
They
but
want to be protectors. They want to be.
Do you not feel any
Providers.
instinctual almost desire to protect your woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Absolutely.
I think that's what you're
Absolutely.
saying, basically.
But women have an expectation on men that men do fulfill that role. And I think if the expectation on men is you have to be willing to die for me, you better be willing to fucking bow for me. If you have an expectation that I have to fucking die, that's way crazier. That's a way bigger ask. Way bigger ask. But yeah, of course, I want to protect. I'll protect my girl. Shit, I remember a couple years back, I was kicking it with my girl, and there was a raccoon, and she was scared of the fucking raccoon, and I fucking. I'm not going to go into detail, but I took care of the raccoon.
Oh, shoot, you killed it.
No, I didn't say I killed it.
It was dealt
I
with.
took care. It was
Off
dealt
the
with.
record.
I made it. No. I made it an offer it couldn't refuse.
Oh,
The raccoon was being aggressive. I didn't want the raccoon to give my fucking girlfound rabies.
yeah, probably rabid. Yeah.
So
you
raccoon
found
put
a
you in a
horse?
self-defense situation.
And I dealt with it.
Good.
But I put myself at risk.
Okay.
You
I
did.
could have. Raccoons can fuck somebody up.
Oh, they can. They're not playing.
Okay, I have a
Yeah.
question for
bites you.
because I think this might clear something
Yeah,
up.
let's clear it up.
Okay, would you rather die in combat or protecting your family, or would you rather die? I don't know. I need another scenario. Die. I don't know, by
Choking
falling
on
down
a
the stairs. Yeah, choking on a sandwich.
You
Protecting
gotta
my
die
family.
with honor.
Combat.
is
Wait,
the
protect-
question.
Protecting my family.
Based.
Valor.
Yeah.
Because it's like you want
Die
the
with
valor. You
honor.
want that like.
No, but I'd
yeah,
rather-
I fucking
I'd-
die for
if-
my
Die in
family.
honor.
Would
of
ideally not
course.
like to die.
But if it's between,
Of course, obviously. But
you
if
had
you
the
have the
choice.
choice, and obviously you would choose combat because you want that recognition.
no, I wouldn't. What? No, I would not pick combat. What?
You wouldn't want to die out in like a shootout and like be like, yeah, I'm the fucking man. I protected my family.
No,
like
no,
that's
hold on.
fucking cool.
No,
I
you're-
thought you would want to die.
Stop. Hold on. The original comparison was, would you rather die protecting your family or die at war?
No.
If it's between the two, I would much rather die protecting my family than in some war.
No.
Yeah.
It was either or, and then that situation, or would you like rather die falling down the stairs, choking on a sandwich or something? That was the.
Well, I think
I don't
even-
think you thought that question.
I think
line
even-
of questioning
Maybe
through.
I didn't.
I think even
but-
those two, like there's a big difference. Obviously, you're dying for honor in both of the
Yeah.
scenario, but you're making a larger, closer impact when you're dying for your family versus dying for a country per se. And not all our wars are totally justified. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Why? Look, I guess y'all want a protector, and the ultimate potential manifestation of a man being a protector is to die protecting you, and you can't hit a bow. The fuck?
I can't argue that. I mean, it is the ultimate sacrifice. Yeah. I'm bowing.